Hey everybody, it's Amy Hanton, the cooking mom, back in my kitchen today with Arlo. Arlo, come here. You gotta show everybody, Arlo had a bit of a bath today and he smells so good. He did not like it at all, by the way. I put pictures of Arlo getting squirted down and soaped up, by the way, if you wanna see something kind of funny. On Instagram, just follow me, search The Cooking Mom, and also on Facebook. Okay, Arlo is a 6-year-old black lab, and I love him so dearly, but he can get a little stinky every once in a while, a lot stinky. And so we went running earlier today, which felt so good. That was definitely one of the highs of the day, and it's just been time. He has been needing a bath. So yeah, some of you guys commented on Facebook, well, he's so good during his bath. He sits so still, and yes, he's very good during his bath, but if dogs could talk, I don't think I'd want to know what he was saying. And if looks could kill, he gives me kind of a dirty look. But anyway, we're really happy in my house because we got a good, fresh smelling dog. That'll probably last for about a day or two. And if you're a dog owner, you know what I mean. It gets stinky so quick. So I've been starting my cooking segments or somehow mentioning during my segments highs and lows. And that was definitely a highlight of the day, is getting out for a run, taking Arlo for a walk. I'm also pretty excited about dinner tonight because it's Taco Tuesday for a lot of folks. On Tuesdays, traditionally a lot of people do tacos. And we love tacos in our house, but keeping it real here, there's been a lot of eating going on for the last couple weeks. I mean, we're at home, we're really looking forward to meals more than ever, and we're cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner in my house. So last night we had those amazing, big, delicious roast beef French dip sandwiches that I did in the Nesco roaster, and oh my gosh, they were so good. And that recipe is on my website, also on Facebook. But tonight I thought we'd lighten things up a little bit. So instead of tacos, I'm gonna show you how I do, one of the ways I do chicken fajitas. They have tons of great flavor, just like tacos would, but they're just quite a bit healthier. And this recipe is super duper easy breezy. What I love about it, one of the things I love about it is that there's really not a lot of cleanup. And oh yeah, we've been living in our houses a lot more the last couple weeks too. You know what I'm talking about. So less dishes, less time in the kitchen cleaning up. Thumbs up to that. I was in such a hurry today, so busy today. I just remembered I forgot to put on my earrings, so sorry about that. Okay, let's get to the recipe. Oh, one more thing before we get to the recipe. A huge thank you to everybody who has been showing me the love, giving me great support and encouragement. If you could thumbs up this live segment right now, give me a wow. Give me your suggestions on what to watch on Hulu or Netflix. We are just loving the Tiger King on Netflix. Wow, is that weird? We're about halfway through, so I'm already looking for other suggestions. So keep the suggestions coming. If you have any recipes you'd like me to do, I would be happy to try and help with that. So shoot me your ideas, and I really just appreciate you hanging out with me during these segments. And I'm gonna stick around after Facebook for about a half hour or so, chatting with you, answering any questions, just saying hi. So, all right, back to the chicken fajitas. So I call these chicken fajita packets because basically they bake in a foil packet. And it's something I do a lot in the summer, or if you go camping, it's a great recipe for the summer. But I figured, you know what? Why not do them now? You can just bake them in your oven. So traditionally I would do these on the grill, but you can do the exact same recipe in your oven. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do to keep the mess very, no muss, no fuss, is I'm gonna marinate the chicken in a Ziploc bag like this. I love marinating in Ziploc bags. It makes things really, really easy. So for the marinade itself, I'm gonna take some olive oil, and this recipe makes a big batch. It calls for about 3 to 4 chicken breasts, but there's just 2 of us in our house right now. So just cut the recipe in half. Sometimes the chicken breasts are just ginormous. So, just depends on the size of your chicken breasts. We're gonna be adding some peppers and onions. So, 1 to 2 chicken breasts if you've got less people to feed. If you've got, 3 or 4, then you can go 3 to 4 chicken breasts. So it's up to you. A recipe, remember, is pretty much just a guide, so make it your own. All right, so I added some olive oil in here. I'm gonna do some fresh garlic or jarred garlic. Most of us have this jarred garlic in your refrigerator right now. I'm really trying to keep all the recipes that I'm sharing these days from my pantry, from my refrigerator, from my freezer, keeping them very, very simple. I like you, just want to be going to the grocery store very, as little as I can, I guess, is, what I want to say. So I'm all about just trying to cook from what's in my kitchen right now. I've mentioned the highs and the lows. The low of the day is, again, the lows of the day. The death toll and the people getting sick just keep going up. And I live in Sheboygan, and in Sheboygan County, we have community spread right now. And it's just really scary stuff. So you want to be, going out of your house to the grocery store as quickly as possible, as little as you can. I think we're up to 11 cases now, and it's frightening. It really is. Okay, back to the recipe. Trying to just do my part and keep cooking. So I've got garlic, I've got olive oil. I'm gonna do a little fresh lime juice, and I'm all about sharing tips and tricks. This lime just came out of the refrigerator, and I can tell it's not gonna juice real easily. So, don't be afraid to pop it in your microwave for just 5, 10, 20 seconds to really get the juices flowing. If you're taking a lime or a lemon or orange or citrus right out of the refrigerator and you want to juice it, it's going to be a little challenging because it's ice cold. So just by popping it into the microwave and just kind of then rolling it on your cutting board, I can already tell this is going to be a lot easier to juice. So just, again, fresh lime juice. If you don't have limes, you can use lemons. Or you could just, if you don't have fresh citrus, you can leave it out. It's not a huge deal. It'll kind of tenderize the chicken and give it some great flavor, but again, we're all cooking a little differently these days using what we have. So just because you don't have one particular ingredient doesn't mean you can't make this recipe. All right, so then we've got some spices, and these are just ordinary pantry spices, nothing fancy. I've got some salt, I've got cumin, which gives that great Southwest smoky flavor, and I've got some chili powder. If you like a little bit of a heat to it, you could certainly add a little bit of your favorite hot sauce. Chipotle powder is really like a kicked up, more spicy chili powder, so that would be really great too. Did I do my lime juice in there? Yeah, I already did that. Okay, so just kind of mix that around, just get it all in there. And then I've got my chicken breast. I just took the chicken breast and I sliced them into thin strips like you would fajitas. Then I've got some onion. And again, what I love about this recipe, it's using a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I've always got onions. I normally have, fresh vegetables. Don't be afraid to put, I've got some colorful, bright, red and green peppers. Don't be afraid to put zucchini in here and some other vegetables that you have that might need using. Mushrooms are really great in fajitas. So make this your own. So really kind of get it around and squish it all in there, seal it up, and get it into the refrigerator. Now, the recipe calls for marinating this for a couple of hours. Goodness gracious, sometimes you just might not have that. It can go in the refrigerator, for as little as 15 minutes, or you can just put together the packets right away. You don't necessarily need to wait that couple of hours. So here's how I'm doing this. Hold one second. Forgot the foil for my foil packets. So I am in love with this non-stick foil. I stumbled upon it at the grocery store while I was picking up slow cooker liners because I love those too. So here's the deal with this. You don't have to spray this foil with cooking spray, so it just eliminates one other step. And I love that. So basically, after you've let this kind of hang out in the refrigerator in the spices and the garlic, you take some of it. You want to divide this up into different packets. So take about half of it, or depending on how many you have, how many chicken breasts you're doing. You just don't want to overload the packets, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So basically, you make a little packet and it doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of pull up the edges and then kind of crimp the ends. You don't want it too tight. And in the summer, I'll throw this on the grill And boy, I can't wait for grilling season. It's kind of dreary and gray in Sheboygan today, but I am just waiting for some sunshine so I can get out there and do some grilling. I am going to be doing some grilling recipes, I promise, when the weather gets a little bit nicer. But I bake these in a preheated 400-degree oven on a baking sheet for about 20 to 25 minutes. It really just depends how, much you've got in your packets, and that's why you really want to make sure that you cut your chicken into thin strips, because the vegetables, you want the vegetables and the chicken to cook at about the same time. And if you have big chunks of chicken in there, it's going to take the chicken a little bit longer. I like the vegetables not real mushy. I like them a little more crisp, tender. So real careful. I can already tell that this is hot. So hold on, people. And another fun thing about this is you can customize the packets. If the kids don't like onions and peppers, leave them out of their packets. If mom and dad, I'm a mushroom lover, I can put mushrooms in my packet, or zucchini, or some other vegetables. So that's really fun too. So when you open them, be very careful because these things are hot. And you can see the yummy juice in there. I love opening presents. I love little surprises. So this is kind of like a little surprise inside. Tortilla of your choice. I happen to love flour tortillas, but if you like corn, I always try and warm my tortillas up, either in a skillet or in the oven, or even in the microwave, and then just load up your warm tortilla with the onions and the peppers. And this is like guilt-free eating, especially if you're, you're easy on the fixins. And then serve it with your favorite taco fixings: lettuce, shredded cheese. I love jalapeno peppers. These days I'm liking things more and more spicy. And I never met any Mexican food that didn't like some sour cream. But you don't need a whole ton of it. And then I do absolutely love pico de gallo. So we're gonna do a little, which is just fresh tomatoes and cilantro and onion and some jalapeno pepper. So there you go, really nice, healthy, something a little lighter and that you can feel good about serving your family. And there you go. I will put this recipe. It's right below in the description there, so you can get it that way. You can get this recipe and a lot of my recipes by just going to thecookingmom.com, and I've got a little search bar so you can put in there chicken fajitas or whatever you're looking for. There's tons of recipes there. And one other fun little thing I wanted to mention is, if you watched yesterday, I've got a cool thing going on right now. I teamed up with my friends at Nesco, a Wisconsin company. They make those wonderful roasters and slow cookers and that wonderful electric skillet I've been using in some of my recipes. Well, I am giving away one of my favorite Nesco products. In fact, this week I'm giving away a free 6-quart roaster. So enter to win, why not? And a little added bonus too. If you go to my website and I've got a little shop button, if you hit shop, that's how you can get my cookbooks, and you can also get a discount, 20% discount off my favorite Nesco products. Just when you go to the Nesco website, which my website will take you there, just enter the Cooking Mom 20 and you'll save some dough. We're all doing a little more shopping online these days. I know I am. So that's it for now. Please be safe. Please take care. And I hope you'll meet me back here in my kitchen, same time tomorrow. Have a good Tuesday evening.